Hey guys, I'm Amanda, and
I'm Aida.
This is Aida, and we're here on A&A Live on Talk Show TV. So last week we started our show a little bit about ourselves. We did a 21 question and answer. We didn't get to 21 though. And we dived in a little bit about dating and traveling, which we will get into today.
Yeah, but first, we kind of want to start off to tell you a little bit about what's been happening in Vancouver. Now, let's appreciate this wonderful warm weather we've been having, right? I think yesterday was around 28 degrees, and today was also sunny, about 28 degrees, but I swear it felt hotter. I don't know about you, I was boiling.
And especially if you're going to be dangling from a bridge for a day and a half.
You're going to want to wear sunscreen. That's right, guys. So, I don't know if you've heard or not, but we had pipeline protesters dangling from the Iron Workers Memorial Bridge starting from Tuesday, I believe. There were calls, the police apparently got calls around 7:30 in the morning that there were a number of people that were just hanging from the bridge for a protest.
Yeah. So for those of you who aren't familiar with Greenpeace Canada, they are a passionate organization of individuals who are dedicated to preserving our planet. And the organization has both job and volunteer opportunities in case you're interested from dangling from a bridge or other things.
Yes, that's right. So the protest took place to block an oil tanker that was actually called the Serene Sea. Now that's that tanker was supposed to was supposed to leave port on Tuesday morning, but obviously the people were hanging from the bridge and it just couldn't go. No, and that vessel is actually loaded with crude oil from the Kinder Morgan Canada's Westridge Marine Terminal.
Yes, and so now apparently the 7 activists were removed by RCMP officers Wednesday evening after having been dangling from that bridge for over 36 hours.
Oh my God. Yeah, and so there was, what did North Vancouver RCMP
say? And North Vancouver RCMP said that the protesters were likely to be charged with mischief or impeding a vessel under the Canada Shipping Act.
Ooh,
I don't even know what that act means, but it sounds serious.
Sounds good. No, but you know what? A Greenpeace oil campaigners called the aerial blockade an actual success because they managed to hold off the ship or the tanker from passing through, and they stated that they think it'll help increase awareness of how risky the pipeline is and how incompatible it is with efforts to build a sustainable, just society and economy.
And you know what? It's awesome to think how far people will go to do things for the things that they believe in. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, you know what? If only men were like that in relationships, But you know what, guys? The protesters were actually experienced, and I know some people were wondering, like, why would they risk their lives? So actually, another member of Greenpeace, who was actually originally from Burnaby, but now lives in the UK, mentioned that they had extensive training and safety checks were in place, so there was no risk to the climbers or to the public. She also said, just because something breaks the law doesn't make it morally right or wrong. And in this case, there's a lot more at stake if Canada goes ahead with the pipeline, no?
Yeah, no, it affects our entire planet. And there's no doubt that the proposed expansion of the Kinder Morgan pipeline is a controversial issue here in BC. The debate is raging with different opinions of the upside down and potential downside. Upside and potential downside. Sorry, I had a Freudian slip.
Well, obviously, we all know that Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is a huge supporter of this project, and he actually says it's necessary for the economy, but the real question is how and what the hell is happening to the gas prices. Yeah, right? Like, I mean, there are parts of BC right now that the gas is has reached $1.60 per liter.
Yeah,
right? That's crazy. Yeah. And so, what did
well, a senior petroleum analyst at Gas Buddy said that the pipeline project would help alleviate the longer-term supply chain, or that these areas are facing, saying that more gasoline will be delivered to Vancouver from Edmonton, forcing the prices to go down and relieving areas from the shortage.
Okay, well, the gas price is definitely not the only issue, not the only downside. obviously the project has increased risk of
pipeline ruptures and spills, and a lot of Indigenous communities are actually very concerned of what it will do. However, there are also a lot of Indigenous communities who are for the pipeline because it means jobs as well. So,
yeah, for sure.
So leaving that, we're also very curious about what our viewers think. So if you do have an opinion on the pipeline or gas prices, feel free to call in.
Oh God, with these gas prices, I'm not kidding, soon we're going to have to sell our cars and we're going to have to start biking and rollerblading naked. Can you just imagine how many dates we pick up just commuting back and forth to work?
I know, it's almost like we wouldn't need any apps anymore. Right?
No, but I mean, they're not even that effective in my opinion. I definitely had never had any success with dating apps.
No.
I know there's some people that claim, they know some people that met on Tinder and they have, a few years into their relationship and it's good, but then, I mean, majority of the things I hear is not so good.
Yeah. I mean, I have one friend of mine who actually met her partner on Tinder, and now they just recently bought a house together. So there's one success story there.
Literally, just the one.
Just the one out of like 20.
How many dating apps are there that we kind of know about? Oh my God, guys, this is the ultimate favorite drink here, which, by the way, we forgot to mention. We are
at Aperture Coffee Bar on Broadway.
West Broadway in Vancouver, which is where we are located. Because, we're assuming that there are people watching us from anywhere in the world, which, by the way, you can definitely call in even if you don't live here and none of what we said applies to you, if you have any...
and you're not really interested in dangling from a bridge, but
you have any sort of opinions, feel free to call.
Yeah, even if it's a topic we're not even talking about and you just want to side rail it, you're more than welcome to.
Yes. But I mean, dating's definitely a hot topic, so that's what we wanted to talk about today.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to come up with things like that.
So we really want to know what you guys think about dating apps and what kind of experiences you guys have had, embarrassing ones or super sappy ones, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, last week or on Tuesday, you were talking a little bit about, rollerblading naked.
Oh, yes. Yeah, well, it was about, if you guys had tuned in last week's show, it was just the other day with
Tuesday,
Raj.
yeah.
It was Tuesday, yeah. I was driving into Kits in Vancouver, and I came across something that I had never seen before, and I've lived here in Vancouver for 21 years now. But basically, there were people that were riding their bikes, rollerblading naked. There were some people that had some underwear and some clothes on, but the majority of them were naked, like birthday suit.
Wow. Where was I?
Wait, you were
at
work.
Like, why wasn't I there?
Right, you were at work, definitely.
I mean, I don't know if I would do it, but maybe it could be kind of liberating, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know, maybe.
Well, they were definitely proud of it. Okay. Not something I can say. and that's all I can say about it.
All ages.
Well, yeah.
Young,
well,
old.
I wasn't really focused on their age.
Okay. Well,
I was definitely, not that I wanted to focus on something else, but you get the drift. I was
the drift.
But yeah, I mean, it was guys, girls. I think there were different ethnicities.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, that's definitely something I can't do.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? If you guys, don't we have a beach here that's all naked?
Yeah,
Wreck Beach?
Wreck Beach here in Vancouver. I've actually been once a long time ago. It was quite cold. It was September.
Who goes in September?
I don't know. I did, and there were people there. Yeah, I'm sure there's people there that go like almost every day.
Well, yeah. Do you think they're going to pick up someone?
No. I think there's this like social etiquette that if you're at Wreck Beach, you keep your eyes to yourself.
Yeah.
And if there's any wandering gazes, I think people are either called out. Like it polices themselves. Like the beach polices itself almost in a sense. Yeah.
Do you really think they're actually keeping their eyes to themselves?
Well, I mean, I would hope so. There was a couple things that I noticed at Wreck Beach that I probably wouldn't want to
No, shit, what did you see?
Well, I just, there was, no,
No, it's not late enough for this right now on the show. We're going to have to do a late night show for this kind of talk.
Like Sue Johnston style. We'll take your call. Just kidding.
No, but seriously, I mean, if you guys have any requests and it happens to be a late night show topic, we could run that by our producer and we could perhaps
Bring it to your...
do like a super late night show, right?
We'd have to find a location.
Oh, yeah.
Aperture Coffee Bar, I think.
I don't know,
at
what
9.
time? Yeah. Do they close at 9?
Yeah.
Okay. But,
back to dating apps.
no, yeah. I was just going to say there's obviously several different apps, and personally I've never had any like good experience with either one of them, but what I really did want to talk about is how these dating apps affect us. Like, do you think that they're actually, like, people are actually using them in a genuine way because they really want to find someone, or are they just using it to, you know, find a hookup? Like, what do you guys think?
Well, I mean, I think, generally speaking, the Tinder app has kind of been, you know, a hookup app.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, did you ever, I wish we could do a flashback. Did you ever see that little cartoon called Tinderella?
Yes. Oh,
yeah.
God.
Where it's like a play on Cinderella, and this girl's like going on Tinder, and she's like looking, and then she finds her Prince Charming, hooks up with him, and then the story ends in a very sad, depressing way.
Yeah, no, I think I was traumatized when I saw it.
Yeah,
Legit.
so, I mean, I think the majority of experiences with Tinder and apps like that, where it's quick face value, you're looking at the person, you're not really making assumptions on who they are as a person.
Yeah, and I mean, the descriptions, who's really writing, like, true descriptions of themselves? Most of the time you're writing something you think is cool, or something
or a song lyric.
Or you're just pretending to be this cool, laid-back person when in reality you're this jealous, obsessive, possessive person.
Or you're like the CEO of a company, but really you're like the manager at a Taco Bell.
Oh, actually, I'll tell you a story. I once matched with someone that was living in the UK, and I was like, how did that happen? My setting was only like 50 kilometers, or maybe even less than that. And I don't know, maybe he was like he had subscription to it.
Yeah, he probably had a plus membership.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm not even that much of an expert to know how that stuff works. But I even asked the guy, I was like, how did I match with you when you were like in England or in the UK? Like, how does that make sense? And he's like, oh, I don't know. But then I found out that there are some people that actually do this. They almost set up these matches so that when they come back...
Yes, I was just going to say that. Yeah. So they're lining up their next hookup for the place that they're going to be in.
That's terrible.
Isn't that terrible? They're like almost getting a head start. I mean, good job for the proactiveness, but not so much with like the integrity.
No, I mean, because then you can read through the app. I was going to say you can read through them, or you can see through them, but you can literally see through. It's just fake. And so, I don't know, and the other thing about it is that I find that it causes people to think like, there's just so many options out there, I don't need to put effort into my current relationship. Oh, well, it didn't work out, fine, who's next?
There's a principle about that. You actually, if you have less choices, you actually are more happy. There's been studies shown that it's, I forget the...
So like the whole grass is greener on the other side?
Well, that too. Like, for instance, if you go to Costco, let's say you go to Costco.
My favorite store, by the way.
And there's a lady there sampling jams, and she has 180 jams, or she has 3 jams. If you go to Costco and you try jams from the 180 jam lady person, and you're trying 1 or 2, you go home thinking like, man, I didn't try all 178 of the other jams.
Greedy.
And you start thinking and reminiscing about what the other 180 jams might be. However, if you just try like 3, and you only know there's 3 there, you don't have this FOMO, which is like fear of missing out.
Well, and that you also appreciate those 3. You don't become greedy, right?
Greedy or selfish or
it's just terrible. I mean, whatever happened to conventional ways of meeting people?
I know. Like, there's that that company, like Events and Adventures here in Vancouver. You hear the radio all the time.
But now I've heard, now it sounds really interesting, and every time I hear it on the radio, I'm like, God, it sounds really cool. I mean, the way they describe it, the way they say, like, oh, you go water rafting and you go this and that.
They even do trips. Like,
yeah, and I'm just like, how cool would that be if you were to be able to say, oh, our first date, or we met like in a different city or in a different country or whatever we were doing, and it was the most exciting thing, right? Like, that's a story to remember and tell. But the thing is, I've also heard with that it's nothing but just like they just want your money. Like, you have to pay. Like, it's super expensive apparently. Yeah.
I didn't know you had to pay.
Now, I haven't looked into it, but I mean, if any viewers have any idea, please call us and let us know what exactly like the prices are. I think it was like something like hundreds of dollars for like a couple of months or something. And
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And like we all know, there's several apps. Like there's the eHarmony.
Yes, they say they're gonna match you with the perfect one by doing their test that they've studied for years with psychologists and people and relationship coaches, and it's gonna be like totally optimized for your connection.
That's the word, optimized.
Yeah. Oh, optimization.
Yeah. No, it doesn't work. I mean, it works for a little bit, but that's
it's only,
I don't even know how to explain it.
Yeah. So, and then with this Events and Adventures, they go to other places.
Yeah.
I mean, so, and you get excited, there's a lot of that stuff, but then we were also talking about just travel.
Yeah.
A couple, last Thursday.
And what did you say? Like, I think you asked, would you take a leap of faith?
Yeah, you're putting in an investment. Like, you're putting in money, like hard-earned money that you're working, right?
Not guys paying for it. Right?
Yeah,
you're just going for the ride.
Let's just say that you go half and half. Like, you have so much expectation built if you spend $600, $800 on a trip just for flights or hotel stay or whatever. So, you're hoping that it's going to work out, and then there's this big disappointment if it doesn't, right? So, yeah, I wonder if it's the same for like eHarmony.
You mean
a smaller investment? Or Events and Adventures.
Paying for dating apps. I mean, sure. I just honestly, I think if you're gonna be paying for it, why don't you go to a bar or a coffee shop and pay for a drink, and you're kind of, you're buying yourself a drink, you're enjoying your time, and you're gonna meet someone.
Yeah.
Whereas this way, you're paying to meet people, like to match up with people that you're probably not even gonna talk to.
Yeah.
But then that's my opinion. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people that have great experience with apps, and there are probably, I mean, eHarmony advertises that the people they match you up with, there's tons of people that have gotten married. I don't know if you've ever seen it, like
on TV for their advertisements. Yeah, I have seen
advertisement.
We're so happy, and then at the bottom it says not paid actors. Just so you're sure.
They're volunteered actors.
I've been to a couple auditions where it's like you're gonna be doing like a testimonial for like a toothpaste or whatever, and it's like, are they really not paid actors? Like, is it somewhere in the clause where you can get away with putting it there that they're not really actors? I don't know.
It's funny you mentioned toothpaste. And you know the actress Alison Sweeney from Days of Our Lives, also she's the host for The Biggest Loser.
Yeah.
Well, she I follow her on Instagram. She's super cool, but she constantly posts photos of herself holding like Arm & Hammer, and I was like, at first I was like, wow, she really likes this stuff. But then, of course, later on I was told, oh no, she's probably like paid, and they've sponsored her, and I'm like, I mean, but it makes you wonder, like she's pretty famous and well known. Why would she need Arm & Hammer? Why would she need the money from that? I don't know.
I mean, a paycheck's a paycheck,
right?
I mean, if Arm & Hammer wants to sponsor us while we're on Talk Show
TV, yeah, totally.
We take it.
I mean, like brushing my teeth right here.
Getting those coffee stains.
I think I'm gonna have some sip of my coffee.
Good idea.
I mean, if you guys watched last week, I ordered this delicious caramel latte.
I haven't even drank it yet.
Okay, it's so pretty. I really don't want to. Just look how pretty it is. Can you guys see? I always wonder, like, I used to work when I was like 18. I worked at Starbucks for like 2 months. I was not cut out to be a barista. Actually, I'm not cut out to be in the food industry at all. I once was a server at Earl's, and I forgot my table one day, and that same day I got let go.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I worked at Joey for 3 months. And it was like the training for that. Like you got hired, and then it was like Survivor. Like every day you went back for the training, one person was gone, and you had no idea why.
Yeah.
And you're like,
well, no, I know why I went.
well, they didn't tell you. And I'm like, am I next? Like, you don't know. And then you get down to 3 people, and they're like, okay, you get the job. And I'm like, what? And so you get paid for the week training, but then you get asked to not come back the next day. And I think it was because I was kind of smart and I remembered the menu. Yeah. That was a big emphasis.
I could not remember the menu. I don't know why. I have such a good memory.
Don't forget there's peas in that rice.
It's funny because I have such a good memory, like with numbers. Like I can remember a guy's phone number.
Speaking of that, just a random thing. I was floating down the Russian River in Napa with my best friend, and my boyfriend dropped us off. And at the time, I didn't have my phone because we were in the water.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Yeah, I'll meet you at the bridge down there." And I'm like, "Well, I'll pick you up." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." We're floating, like half an hour goes by, 45 minutes, there's no bridge. We're like, what? And luckily I was able to like see someone out on the beach, and I had remembered his phone number by fluke of a chance, or else because you're so reliant on your phone.
Yeah.
Right?
What, were you trying to take a photo?
What?
Were you trying to take a photo? Be honest.
No!
You wanted
to take a photo of the river? No, I wanted to float down the river and have fun without having to worrying about like having to walk back up. So he was gonna take the car on the bridge. We were gonna meet at the bridge. The bridge was not coming. And then I asked people on the beach.
The bridge wasn't coming.
No. I asked people on the beach. I'm like, how far is the bridge down from here? They're like, oh, you got about another hour. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, I need to call him. So I luckily remembered his number and I was able to get him.
Ah, there you go.
See,
the reason why I asked you if you were, to be honest, if you were trying to take a picture, is, I mean, I don't know if you guys know, but recently, in like just a few days ago, there were 3 people that unfortunately died from Shannon Falls. I guess there were 2 guys and a girl, one of the guys' girlfriends, and I guess witnesses say that they were trying to see, the girl had slipped and fallen into one of the pools in the, you know what, I'm not familiar with the area, right? But apparently, like, definitely they were somewhere where they probably shouldn't have been, and so the girl slips and falls into one of the pools, and of course the guys go in to save her, but they
got swept under and died, and
it's tragic, it's terrible, but it's so common, these things, how people would literally do anything to take...
risk their lives, to take a photo.
For Instagram
or Facebook.
Yeah, it's so sad because it just makes you, like, realize how society is kind of geared toward...
what we prioritize, what we think is important.
And half the time, what they post on Facebook or Instagram is actually not real. Like, it's... I mean, first of all, tons of editing and tons of... the illusion of
this perfect life, or the things you've seen or done. It's almost like millennials are saying, if you don't have a picture of it didn't happen.
Right?
Because
when you go to the gym and you have the first thing you do before your workout, you take a photo of yourself, a selfie, and you're like, why? Well, I gotta make sure they know I came. Who cares?
I know I came.
Actually, I'll be honest, I've kind of maybe done that once or twice, but then after a while I realized how stupid it is. Because like you almost like obsess over this perfect picture and you waste like 45 minutes of your time at the gym just trying to get this perfect angle of your butt and it looks good. Well, no, just work out and make it look good. No?
Yeah. And get the results from the people around you, you know? Like have them come up to you and say,
you could even meet someone at the gym, right? But the way that you go and you take pictures, people are just like, hey, this is enough. High maintenance. It's right there.
Or you're on a date and you're constantly taking photos and your guy is like, what is she doing?
Did you ever goes on a date and selfies?
Yeah, selfies, food selfies. Do you ever hear about
food.
There's this restaurant, I believe, don't quote me, I believe it's in New York City, and they basically set this restaurant up for people who like to take food photos. So they have the lighting gear, they have
Is it called Insta Food or something? I would not be surprised. Seriously, if the restaurant called it Insta Food.
Yeah, so they bring out their food and then they get this little lighting kit and you can position it whatever which way you want.
Oh, they give you the camera?
Well, no, you use your phone, but they have all the accessories. So, 3-point lighting.
Oh my
you name it.
It took me I swear 2 years to get a case for my phone. Let alone get accessories for taking a damn picture.
Yep.
No, but I just lost my train of thought.
No, that's okay. Sometimes when I'm traveling, I get back from home, or back to home, and I actually have this, millennial guilt that I didn't take any enough photos. And I didn't post it on Instagram. And people are like, why don't you? You should. Why don't you take advantage of that? But it's just, for me, I'd rather see it.
Yeah.
There was this beautiful picture of this older lady, and I think she was witnessing the recent royal wedding.
Yeah.
With
Meghan and
Harry.
Yeah.
That's
Duchess.
Meghan Markle.
Yeah. She's not a princess. Let's clear that up. There's this whole controversial issue. I swear I keep seeing people say, oh, Princess Meghan looks so pretty, and then someone has to comment, she's not a princess. Well, who cares?
Right.
But you know what? She's not a princess.
We're supposed to fix each other's crowns, not knock them down.
No, I know. But, okay, so...
Yeah, so there's this older lady, and she was just witnessing the wedding, and, all these kids around her and young adults were out with their phones, and she was there kind of looking over the fence, just in pure bliss, being in the moment. And that photo just, spoke thousands of words. Why don't we do that more often? Why don't we just take it all in as we're there?
Half the time, the reason why I don't post that much stuff on Instagram is because it's so time-consuming and tiring.
Oh, I know. It's did I use the right filter?
Yeah, and I'm so not good at all this filter. And there are people that okay. So I hope she's not watching because I'd be so embarrassed. But I went to school with this girl who literally, oh God, she would take a photo and she would had to plan it, right? And she would take this photo and the entire day of at school, she'd be obsessing over this filter. And what was it? It was a photo she was sending over Snapchat to this guy. And it's wow. You have spent 2 hours just asking, does this filter look good or not?
Did she get her math done?
Huh?
Did she do her math homework or
No,
did she
this
pay
was
attention in class?
actually BCIT.
Oh! So, secondary, post-secondary school.
This was a year ago. But you know what? Bless her heart, I love her. She's sweet. She's really cute. But there are a lot of people like that obsess over this filter. The lighting, is it good? Does it make my... I don't know, does it make my nose look smaller? It's your nose is your nose.
In fact, I think you can Google, how to pose in pictures on YouTube, and you will get, hundreds of videos saying, if you do this, your waist will look smaller. If you do that, your butt will look bigger.
There are people that put on online courses to teach you how to post a picture on Instagram.
Money for it, too.
No, they do. They legit, and they make a business out of it. It's crazy how easy it is for people to just start some sort of online business, whether they're coaching you to how to build your followers on Instagram or how to become sponsored by all these places. So
how to travel for free. If you write I have this one girl, she started her own Instagram page and she's I'm going to show people how to travel for free. I'm going to type up the templates to send to the hotels of reasons why they should allow me to stay there for free, and all you have to do is put your name in it. And then charge people money for it. I don't know. That was her idea. I don't know if it took off or not. But.
To be honest, I really didn't even get the concept.
What? No. So say you Google, template for a resume or a template for a cover letter.
Okay.
And you get a bunch of sample template. She was going to draft up sample templates to send to hotels.
Oh, sponsored letters.
Sponsorship letters for hotels, and all you had to do was just put the name of the hotel in the sentence, and then put your name, sincerely.
Oh,
Aida.
so then you would send it out to these hotels.
Yeah, and be I'm coming here, and I'm going to have so much.
Me.
Yeah, I have
well, what's in it for them? Because usually a place that sponsors you has to.
Exactly.
Right.
So only if you have enough followers.
Only if you have followers.
Yeah. Well, how much is enough? Right.
I know, right? You gotta lend the illusion, I have this amount of followers, but I have my YouTube channel as well, or I have these different channels to be able to use to send out that I'm going to this place.
You know what? I was actually talking with someone the other day, and maybe it's just me, but I am not a fan of building followers on Instagram and getting fame out of that, just because honestly that's not me, right? Like I feel like I'm not able to showcase my personality through a bunch of pictures that I'm spending like half an hour trying to pick the perfect filter just so it's pleasing to the eye, you know. But whereas YouTube, I have a different respect for YouTubers who actually seriously,
don't burn your bridges, Ida.
No, honestly, I don't. Like honestly, I have so much respect for people that start some YouTube channel, and you see the progression, like you literally do, and it's amazing. Like they'll literally be sitting in their bedroom with a really really low quality camera, crappy light, but whatever. But they're doing what they love. You know, they're talking about stuff.
You can feel it.
Yeah, so whether they're gamers or they're, or even makeup tutorials in a way. I mean, granted, it's totally overdone in my opinion. Right? Yeah, but again, at the end of the day, if you're doing something you love, and you're enjoying it, as long as you're enjoying it, because I think that's where you draw the line. If you're doing it just to get approval from other people or just to kind of put yourself out there because you're trying to become famous, no. Like I swear, most of the people that actually make it are the ones that say, I just started doing what I love. I didn't care about
try it, see what happens.
I didn't care about making money out of it, and those are the ones that are successful. Whereas, because it's genuine, right?
Yeah. Did you ever see that Black Mirror episode? Do you ever watch Black Mirror?
Yeah.
Did you see the one where the girl? I think it's episode 1 of season 3.
Is it the one where they
where you have to like get likes, and that ranks your social status of whether or not you could get an apartment. That was an amazing episode because it's so true. You know, you have an interaction with the barista, you send them a like, and they're a 3.2, and that would prevent them from getting another job or whatever.
You know, it's funny because Black Mirror is supposed to be this really like they're supposed to be fiction, right? Like all these episodes.
It's not too
far
off.
That's not. Yeah, like I was literally gonna say, it's scary how a lot of people now are like that.
Yeah, those writers of that show is just amazing. Whoever they are, they're great.
You know, did you ever see the episode, the one where you could like whatever was happening was recorded in your mind? So
and then the guy cheated on his girlfriend, and then she found out because she hacked into his brain while recording. She watched it.
Are we talking about the same one where it ends up with the guinea pig at the end? Was it the guinea pig?
Oh, no.
No?
Yes.
It was that one.
Right, yeah. But she caught him cheating, and she saw the video, no?
Yes. What?
Oh, shoot. Now we're mixed up. If anyone
Hold
knows
on.
what we're talking about.
Right? Okay, so I think, it was back in the day, like, they were boyfriend and girlfriend, they were driving, and then they hit a guy on a bike. That's it. And then they hit the body, she was like, we should report it, and he was like, no.
Oh, yeah.
So then I think what happened is they got rid of the body.
Right.
And then years later, she was cheating on her husband, I think.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And she was at this hotel, and then she witnessed some sort of a crime scene outside of the hotel, and of course they came to question her, but she was cheating or something, and then she of course
Spoiler alert.
Right, well, I mean, it's ruined now, so who cares? But yeah, no, it's crazy. That really creeped me out, that show.
There was another one about dating, right? And you had to...
Oh, yes!
That episode's so good.
Oh!
Where you get matched up, kind of like Tinder.
Yeah.
And then you go on a 24-hour...
No, it was a different time.
Yeah.
Determined.
You go on a date. It was determined on the date when you both pressed your thumb on. And then you would determine how long you would spend with this person.
Yeah, so it could have been like 10 hours, or it could have been 3 years, but it was set for you, right? Like,
and you moved into this really cute, little, house.
Yeah.
With everything you needed.
Yeah. It almost reminded me of, have you ever seen The Good Place?
No.
No, okay.
Yeah.
But no, that episode was, I think I kind of got a little depressed after that. I'm not
really
sure. Yeah.
I was going to ask if you would prefer that, knowing when the relationship would end, or if it was undetermined.
Like spontaneous?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we both know how that episode ended, right? So,
yeah.
But let's not, we won't destroy that one. We won't spoil that. But you know what? It definitely did have its pros and cons. Like if you know how long you have with a specific someone, and maybe you know that and I'm not really into them that way.
Right.
But it's kind of like there's no there's no question, and you don't wonder ever. You're like, oh yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I definitely, there's no doubt because I'm not feeling it for sure,
Right.
and you know, I know it's not gonna last.
I would want to know.
You would?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
would want to know because then I just.
but what if you really like the guy, and what if and then all of a sudden you know that you only have like
Well, then I know
3
I wouldn't
months
get
left with
I
him.
wouldn't get my hopes up. You know, I feel like I wouldn't get my hopes up that it would be anything more than whatever it was.
Well, because I think the concept was that the system knew who your soulmate
Right,
was.
it was optimized.
Right?
Right.
So basically, I think even if you really like that person, but you only have like 3 months, the good thing is that you know that the actual person you're probably going to like more.
Right.
Right?
No, but the whole thing was that they defied the system.
Okay, but
Oh, sorry. Never mind.
no, but I see what you mean. Totally.
Yeah. And you wouldn't like to know.
I don't know. I'm still undecided.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. Has nothing to do with the fact that I'm high maintenance or what, you know. I was going to actually try to redeem myself from last time. I'm not high maintenance. I don't know.
Oh, right, yeah. The question.
Well, because again, let's talk about what high maintenance is. I think you asked if I had a date at 7:30.
What time would you arrive? And you said like
Closer to 8, but I mean, traffic in Vancouver is ridiculous. So I have an excuse.
you can call it what you want to call it, but that's late.
But you know, I'm a busy woman. I don't know what to say.
Got a lot going on
Right?
now. Yeah,
So much.
Fair enough.
But you know, I can be super chill and laid back. I mean, I like hiking. Don't you like hiking?
I mean, hiking's yeah.
I did the grind about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
So I have a story about the grind.
Okay.
Okay, so I did it with a girlfriend, and we saw the lumberjack show, and I just immediately had a crush on one of the lumberjacks. So I came
I've never
up-
seen the show.
Oh my gosh, it's funny. It's great for children. So if you're there this summer, check out the lumberjack show. It's free. If you hike up, it's free. If you take the gondola up, it's like $60. But see the lumberjack show.
What?
Yeah.
Where is this?
At Rose Mountain.
$60?
To go up the gondola. Yeah.
It's $10 to come back down. Why is it $60 to go up?
I mean, if you've done the gross grind, I mean, I would pay $60 not to go through that
Okay, for
again.
those of you who don't know or are not familiar, the grass grind is what is it, like 800 meters like steep?
I just know that it
Is it
takes
like-
me about 3.5 hours.
We need to hit the gym again. Like seriously, the very first time I ever did it in September 2014, I was fairly active at that time. I did it in 57 minutes.
No way.
No, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Yes. If you need someone, if you
No.
need that confirmed, I will get
No.
on the phone. But literally, it took me 57 minutes. My goal was 50. I got held back because of I had gone with a friend and she was not up to par with my physical level of fitness.
When I went up there was like this 90-year-old Chinese old woman with a cane, and she passed me.
Oh God!
I was just like,
I am so
fuming.
embarrassed for you.
I was like fuming.
No, but I'll be honest. This last time I went, about 3 weeks ago, actually the grind itself was closed for some sort of maintenance or something. But I did the BCMC. Is that what it's called? The other, it's a different trail,
I didn't know there was
right?
another route.
Like in the same direction, but it's not as steep as the grind. However, it's longer, so it'll like it's not as hard, but it will take you longer. So it took about an hour and 20 minutes because the distance was further because it like the grind, if you imagine it goes up like this BCMC kind of goes in a curve and right, so it does take a little bit longer.
I'll have to try that one instead.
Yeah, I won't pay $60 to go up. I'll just work out and then I'll go to poutine all you can eat.
Back to my lumberjack story. There was this very handsome lumberjack who was very good looking.
Okay.
Need I emphasize that more?
We need a picture next time.
And then I found him on Instagram. He's super cute. So I kind of
$60 good looking.
No, I actually convinced my girlfriend the following weekend. I'm like, I think her name is Kellen. I'm like, Kellen, there's this really good looking lumberjack at the top of Grouse Mountain, and I want to go up there and I'm going to ask him on a date.
This just got it.
So, Helen and I took 2.5 hours to go up Grouse Grind. By the time I got there, it looked like I had had a shower.
Yep.
I was so sweaty.
Yep.
I sat through the Lumberjack show, and I just chickened out. I just couldn't do it. I looked so bad. There was no way I was going to ask him. So then I took the cheap way out, found him on Instagram, and sent him a message. But obviously, he found that creepy. But I was dedicated. I was so dedicated.
What happened out of that?
Nothing.
Oh.
And now a guy in my building is doing the Lumberjack show as well, and I asked him, I was like, do you know this guy? And he's like, yeah, I work with him every day. And I'm like, really? Like,
So what is this show?
so the Lumberjack show is like for children and for adults. They like
That's
peek in some
disturbing.
like cute, crude, like adult humor because they know the Lumberjacks are good looking, so they like play on that a little bit.
That's a little disturbing.
But they actually like throw axes and they like cut out wood and they climb up like these big long towers. Basically what they do in the World Lumberjack Championships. Like they have contests.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's literally just like, is it kind of like
So it's a theater show, but it's also with lumberjack competitions, like axe throwing and like carving chairs and like pole climbing. Like whoever goes up the fastest wins.
Is it kind of like that show? Was it like Mr. Strong? Like, I don't know what it was. It was like all these really big, strong women that are like pulling cars. And
No, but these were men, and they were very strong. And there was two of them. They were competing against each other. So then, of course, you're like rooting for the young, burly one, and then there's an older, like more experienced guy, and then like they and then the young one wins, and then you fall in love
Every time?
And then
I gotta watch the show. When is it on?
every day. You just it like has times throughout the afternoon.
On what channel?
No, you have to be there in person.
Oh, man.
It's like the Stratford upon Avon
No,
show.
I'm not
for
finished. Is it the 60
$60.
bucks? No.
No, they just hiked up Grouse Grind. You can either
By
go up
the
for
time
free.
by the time I get up there, every time I'm exhausted, and I'm like, I just want. It's $15 actually now
Is
to go
it?
down. Yeah, they increased it, so it used to be 10, but it's 50.
Yeah.
So by the time I get up there, I'm like,
Man, you missed out on all the good stuff. There's hawks, there's bears, there's the wolves are at the bottom.
Well, I don't want to
Bunch of
die.
stuff. You can get a beaver tail up there. No, they're all in enclosures.
Oh.
But I mean, you can check it out. Like
I
the
can just go to
Falcon
the
show.
zoo.
Yeah.
Have you
But
been to the zoo?
No, yeah, once. I think.
It's in Aperture,
Yeah, no Langley.
right? Aldergrove.
Aldergrove.
Yes.
Close enough.
Yeah.
You and me between.
It's in the east.
Yeah.
I'm not very good.
Yeah, I've been to the zoo.
Yeah.
I like the hippopotamus the best, probably. Yeah.
What was it? Like zoo related. Actually, Science World right now has an exhibition for Pixar Finding Nemo. I am super excited about that. I want to go.
What? Oh, Science World.
Science World, yeah.
Yeah.
There is this exhibition, and I think it's running until the end of September.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Wanna go?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
There's also a exhibition at the aquarium with Douglas Copeland. It's found materials from the ocean, and he's created these sculptures from like garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could go to that too. Why don't we make a day of it and go to
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
Science. The only thing I hate about Science World is that it closes at 5, and when I get off work at like 4:30, I can't make it.
Weekend. Yeah, go on Saturday.
Yeah. Why has nobody called? Like this was. Let's check. Did we get any calls?
No calls.
No. Do you know what I was thinking?
What?
I was thinking that we should run this by our producer and see if it's possible. But how would you guys like to be able to text in stuff? You know, I'm assuming people are really shy to call.
I know.
Right. So if you guys can possibly text in some stuff that you want to talk about or any comments, whatever. If you like that, write a comment under our YouTube video that's going to be posted after the show.
Yep.
And just tell us if that would work with you guys, if you would like that, and then we'll run it by our producer and see if we can get that happening.
And don't forget to subscribe so you know every time that we're going to go live.
Yeah. You want to let the viewers know that you're going to be, we mentioned last show that Amanda's actually going to be going to France.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I am going to Aix-en-Provence, and I do plan to blog while I'm there.
Okay.
However, that means I will be away for 6 weeks until September this
But we'll
summer.
get you to call in.
But I'll call in, and yeah.
Yeah,
Still
fill us
keep in touch.
in on
Fill us
what's
in.
going on, and
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll like speak in French magically. I don't
you
know.
speak French?
Not really. I'm gonna learn. I'm better at writing.
6 weeks?
Google
Do you
Translate.
think that's enough?
No.
No? But I mean, they say like you learn better when you're in the
Yeah.
you know, the
Yeah.
place that speaks it.
I'm gonna spend my times at little coffee shops like Aperture Coffee Bar.
Oh my god, we could totally do a FaceTime date.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe I can find a cute guy, a Frenchman over there for
Is
you.
your boyfriend watching this? Can we censor that part? Can we like rewind and mute that?
I'm just saying, like, you know, when you're French, you have your boyfriend and then you
What
have your
happens
mister.
in France stays in
If
France.
you're a guy, you have your wife and you have your mistress. Like, it's just a common sense in France, no?
For guys?
No, and for girls.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
Would you call them a mister?
Your mister, yeah.
Really?
I think so.
Oh my god! I just want to mention something. It was really funny. I was driving the other day and I was listening to the radio, and there was this woman, and I turned onto that station a little bit later, like into the talk. But there was apparently this woman who had, I guess, sent in this story or whatever question. She said that her husband or significant other's
Others?
fart? No.
Oh.
Yeah, her significant other's fart was smelling different recently.
What?
Yeah. And the question that was
Why?
followed by her was, is he cheating? So she was wondering if her husband is cheating on her because his fart smelled different than
my
before. So
Thanks, Aida. We heard you the first time.
I just wanted to make sure.
TMI.
So then the radio host was like, yeah, I don't think you can tell a mistress from a fart. And I just died laughing. I was just like, focus, don't want to crash. It was just,
Oh my gosh.
can you?
No. All right.
I mean, the thing that I thought is, well, maybe she's thinking, is he eating different kinds of cuisine? Like, you know, if she was like from a different ethnicity and all of a sudden they're going to like, I don't know,
That
let's say
woman
like,
sounds crazy.
well, no, but
Moving on.
I just thought we were talking about mistresses. I just thought I'd bring that to the table, and maybe you guys can tell us what you think. Can
Yeah.
you? What's your opinion?
Yeah.
Have you ever been able to tell if your significant other is cheating on you from something like that?
I'm getting bashful. All right.
No?
Well,
Well, I think this was a very successful.
I think it was a great show. Yeah. Just
You know what? We're
kidding.
gonna have a really long conversation after this. I'm gonna be grilled about this.
No, I think it was a great show. I think we had a great time.
Yeah.
We had some good newsy bits at the beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not some tragic, but you know what? A lesson learned, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
You won't, yeah.
Yeah, so, you know what? Take pictures, enjoy the moment, but don't break the law.
Yeah, I think that's the moral of the
Yeah,
story.
yeah,
But if
totally.
you do want to break the law, make sure you do it
For a good cause. We finish each other's
I know, we're
sandwiches.
great. It's great. Sandwiches, did you say?
Disney, Frozen.
Oh!
With this.
Sorry. All right, guys. I guess we're going to sign off.
Yeah, we'll see you next time on A&A Live on Talk Show TV. Bye.
Oh my God.